Hello, good afternoon, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Kusnul Ashaifa, in Indonesia news of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is 2 cars burned on air Merbau, Belitung, highway speakers hoards explanation. Tigers look sitting on the track of the resident house on the edge of Air Merbau Highway at Ketotok Village, Tanjung Pandan District, Belitung Regency on Wednesday, 19 October 2022. The 55-year-old man was a driver on the Kijang Commando car, which is involved in collision which is eventually caught fire. The car was driving was involved in a car collision with Suzuki Caribbean a 1031 VYN minibus while crossing Indonesia Merbau Road. The condition of the violent was flagged by the fire test experience. Tiger himself seems still weak and incident. He was also seen in complaint about the relative, namely Kaya. Kaya narrative was happened to her relative. According to the Kaya, initially Tiger drove from the direction of Air Ketotok Village to the Air Merbau. On the way, she was about to into the shop by the children disabled. When turning the violence, suddenly a Suzuki Caribbean was surprised from the behind. A collision was involved and the incident occurred. Meanwhile, Ibnu, in driver on Suzuki Caribbean minibus, admitted that at the time the incident was surprised to the same car in him turning without seeing because the distance was too close the incident. Not was the violence to call Ibnu tried to avoid going to the middle of the road. The condition of the car was seconded and caught the fire on the Raya and Merbau district, Air Ketotok Village on Wednesday. As a result, in collision, the 2 cars caught the fire where the crash reckless of the burning car lie in the middle of the road. Ibnu suspected the fire that caused the Irma battery spark behind his car. The fire gradually occurred and containing fertility fuel oil BBM plus there's generator engine unit at the back. The 2 cars caught the fire middle of the road and fire continued to burn. The incident caught the attention of the local resident. Both of driver and passenger also be safe. And according to daily monitoring, the fire grew with a thick smoke rising from the 2 burning cars. Local came to the witness the fire. The some of police to car monitoring passenger took the area. The next news is the condition of the Jakarta Islamic Center Mosque still hot from the rays of this fire smoke. The police said the condition of the Jakarta Islamic Center Mosque is still hot after the fire that occurred on Wednesday afternoon. For his reason, Fabri said the party plans to call the 5 factors again to ensure no more fires are still burning. On the other hand, Fabri said the party was still conducting crime scan investigation with its national police staff for lab research. Later from the TK for the process sample will be taken to the status investigation. The excess caused the fire previously. Police were still investigating the fire incident in Jakarta Islamic Center Mosque. Paul Wibowo relieved this party from the element next to the building called the Tonton. Merbau said that we foresaw there is been 4 workers with secured for examination as a witness related to the fire incident. According to the workers, said that when they were doing renovation, the weird speaker which is the grabbers onto the flammable material. So far, Merbau said the cause of the fire suspected to be welding equipment at the location. Even so, he said was still conducting an investigation is the assistance of the members of the National Police sent for the transportation and the communication to determine the main cause of the fire. Not only today, because the focus on the crime scene investigation later assisted by the friend from the National Police Laboratory to find main cause to the fire today, our plan is 10 a.m. and examination. The next news is the student sitting on the school roof while is confused. Teacher explained the beginning of the event. A grade 8 student at one of the public high school in the Pamekasan, Jian, 16 years old, picnicked to number his teacher and school friend. This is because the student was suddenly on the roof on the Wung school, a 10 meters high in the city potential, and looked confused. But before the student commits act and injures himself, Jian was successfully evacuated after the sport teacher and members of Pamekasan police climbed to the rooftop, approached in the chest, pursuing to him calm down. Complete and interesting information to Google News TRIBUN according to search and scan at the time was attacking Madura's language lesson. The teacher gave the assessment to all students except their assignment. However, Janet Ma has not finished it. The instinct was to keep playing handphone. Then the telephone was asked to be handed over the counseling section. Next, John went to baking room and asked about the telephone will be asked for it. Because the telephone was a token virus was borrowed from a statement. The baker was a turned telephone will be turned in the week past fast. Jian was turned about the telephone borrow and could not be asked for it. After leaving the baker room, our friend is a good way from the wild to the toilet, but long after it, the crowd thousands several started in other class rushes out the classroom. Not stopping after the student was sitting in the room and school after Levis turning out to the gym. Then two teachers followed trying to get close to Jian, persuade him to calm down, but Jian wanted to choose silence. That's member Pamekasan police what happened to the judge come to the went on out to the step down. Because it wasn't afraid, this is action could not threaten safety on life. The next news is program rates cafe and World Cup traffic socialization at Islamic boarding school. Personnel from the procession and security section of Propam of the Aceh Tamiangan police carried out raids on the police officer in the number of cars and coffee shop on Wednesday. This operation will be carried out regulation to ensure that the police sources always providing service to community. The Aceh Tamiang Police Chief Adjutant Commissioner Police Imam Shafa said this massive began to the Wednesday. In each operation, 3 to 4 officers are deployed, ill-identified officers. This is official was seen entering coffee shop and coffees to the check one by visitor table for which whiteboard of police officer. So far, this has been no report on whether this raid captured whiteboards of the police officer. Starting today, and the team program that is mobilized, check and where the spot about the member and the coffee shop. Imam said the policy and embassy at the finding police officer was inviting coffee shop and coffee during the office hours. He hoped that there will be stop remain this clip of the grade that is so service to the community will continue to run well. This is the control member. We hope to one hike out during office hour, even how to often the impact of service community might not be optimal. That the rain policy was separately intended to be Aceh Tamiangan Police. And their data is displayed matter because if it's sometimes the Aceh Tamiang Police Station also activity visit to the coffee shop, to the private socialist and education to community. The next news is the Ministry of the Baby displays vigil at the Tulungagung Diaspora Office, no suspend. Investigation from the Women and Children Protection Unit of the Tulungagung Police in the have named a student as suspect for the dumping a baby at the Tulungagung Youth and Sport Education Office, or Dipora. The suspect is accused deliberately negligence and abusing the baby to death. Merbau from the autopsy result, the suspect newborn baby died due to lack of oxygen. According to suspect, the baby girl was breathing when she was born. There was investigation are still investigating whether the next nature's entities in they were engaging at the birth. It is because on the autopsy result there is no water and the baby looks greatly suspect condition is still in shock because he feels greatly ashamed and afraid of being imprisoned. The suspect is still 16 years old and so she is still in the category of children. Investigators due to make a risk they are only repeat to the report. According to the Agung, the suspect as a result wasn't participant in selling product protection by the school. He came to the Dipora office from the free spring invitation of a returning to good. However, she was the Dipora officer. His stomach felt queasy. She went to toilet and gave birth and tear. Recording a baby biological father is not become a matter of examination. This man investigation have no baby biological father based on the suspect confusion. However, his suspect does not report sexual abuse under of the forced sexual interconnect of the biological father of the baby will not process it. During the time the suspect is still pregnant with a large room. The next news is used oil wash warehouse in the Serang Biti, Selected Banten province. The environment of the forest surface of the Banten province leads was the oil factory ordered by the PT Fraja Gudang Mas on the Central Sudirman, Kasuruan village, Kemang, Serang City Thursday. The selling was acquired in the PT RGM had violated its operational permit by the processing used oil once. From the monitoring of the TRIBUN the front gate was area silted along the rear arm for the warehouse, which one contained pellets of sack mixture with the oil and a blank bottle of wood seed. We have taken action of the PT RGM company collection oil once, and we have also issued administrative sanction in the cause result of the supervision of the Serang city. Wawan said the action of the taken combined by the burning used to the word no accordance and the agreement regulation in the comment. Therefore, his body will report to the Ministry for the company accounting and not running contents will be applicable permit. On the basis of the error, his body terminated activity and the complaint. In this error continued to be repeated until GATS administrative section third trip time. So to revoke the company license. The last news is, hit by the train, main body in Bandar Lampung City is cut to parts. An undeviated man was hit by the long-circle train to the Babaranjang train on Wednesday. The unfortunate incident in the man being hit by the Babaranjang train occurred at the Kedaton sub-district railway crossing in Bandar Lampung. As a result of being hit by the Babaranjang train in the Bandar Lampung, the body was undeviated. Man was cut into parts. Badrun, 57 years old, the resident around the scan, said the incident occurred in the morning at around 8 a.m. The local resident recognized the man was hit by the train, so the identification is anonymous. He also realized that the condition of the man's body after being hit in the Babaranjang, which was cut into the two parts. The body was spread by the up in the 5 meters. The victim was wearing a black t-shirt and pants. Before being treated the train, a number of witnesses saw the victim in the 50s scan. The victim even the time it rice uduk at the warung Tukiem. The seller of the uduk Tukiem confided the victim had to go to the shop, eat nasi uduk and buy cigarettes. And then the man crossed and over to the rain and walked along at the lake track. Finally, the overnight incident happened. Well, I think those are the news for today with me, Kosnola Shaifa. Don't forget to follow us at the Tribun Lampung News video, Tribun Lampung TikTok, Tribun Lampung Instagram, and Tribun Lampung Facebook for more information. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.